Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Frost and Fire. So at the very end of last episode, it was a bit of a cliffhanger. We had 10 skeletons land to come attack us, but they're preparing a while. One of the things I wanted to do before they got here is to actually strike on out and fight them myself so that I can whittle them down and not have to rely so heavily on my automated defenses. So I will get that going. While I talk about that, Chelsea, who just happens to be one of my raiders right now. Where's Chelsea? Chelsea, this one of my patrons suggested that I move my hand tailor bench out of the out of my beautiful kitchen to free up some space. I'm also going to be transitioning a lot of my crops over from hill root and hops back to rice, but I still want to keep growing cotton for the throne room because the throne room has to be all fine floored before I promote Raptor. And in order to do that, it'll be a minute. So here's all my shooters, and they're going to travel out this southern door and take pot shots at these 10 skeletons. Leading the way, the brawlers are going to absorb some of the ranged fire. I did analyze quickly all of these enemies, and they mostly have short-range weapons, as do these. Most of these guys are actually brawlers. And that's going to allow me to do a significant amount of damage without risking retaliatory strikes. So that's sort of the concept there. So here we go. Let's get our guys down a little bit. I'm trying to have the brawlers out front, so they're the ones getting shot, not anyone else. Another thing I wanted to do is this butchery. I don't want mech corpses to be moved here. And I don't want skeleton corpses to be moved here. So that I don't suffer move penalties. Alright, so for right now, it seems like my brawlers are the ones getting fired on, which is great. Gives me free reign to just keep it up. Let's spread out a little bit, move around. I don't know. Moving around doesn't really matter in RimWorld, but... And let's focus fire on specific skeletons to remove them from the, I would say gene pool, but obviously they don't have genes. Oh, and here's Marty. Marty happens to be the patron of mine that did all the critter art for the RimWorld critters. So if you like those RimWorld critters, thank Marty, who just promptly died. Alright, I don't want to get hit unnecessarily, so I'm going to fall back. Everybody that is left seems to be... And close the door behind you. Seems to be brawling. Now, just because... Yeah, here we go. This is going to be a little cheeky. Greetings. Blah. So the southern group is attacking me full out, but the northern group hasn't because they're still preparing a while. So I'm definitely splitting the group, which is great. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, leaving this door open is fine. I'm just falling back so I can put a little distance. And let's get this door closed. Actually, Hippie, everybody that does get cold should go inside right now. So let me do a stay inside for everybody except for Gabe, who's going to haul this meal, and Bash, who's going to close this this door. Okay, there we go. So the whole southern group just got wiped without me even really needing to use any automatic turret fire or anything like that. That's great. All right, now I'm going to let all my guys warm up while the next group comes in. Okay, so here's the next group. Mostly meleeers. There's actually about half and half. but the half that have ranged weapons have not great ranged weapons, so we're just trying to lose all of the hypothermia that I can. And I don't know where this guy's going. That I have no clue. But, all right, let's get my crew out here. And flick on the turrets. Realizing these need to be outer-armed. All right, so I have all of my shooters ready. It might not be a terrible idea to have my brawlers ready as well. So I'm gonna get them out here too. I don't think I'm gonna be overrun, but you never know. Better safe than sorry. And what I'll try to do is juggle my mini turrets so that none of them get destroyed. Okay, so this mini turret got destroyed, but it was because it was shot by the bigger turrets and not because of any fault of my own. And that's just something that will happen. There's really no fixing that, so to speak. Before I get comments about, hey, why not adding, you know, because some people don't understand the game mechanics, I'm not blaming you. It's not well explained. But before I get questions about why not add some sandbags or something, turrets do not benefit from cover. So adding sandbags out here, like if I added sandbags behind them, for instance, it does not change the rate at which they would be hit by my other turrets behind them. And all it would be doing is adding cover for enemies if the turrets get destroyed. So there's no point whatsoever to bother with sandbags or anything like that. None. Zero. Just, you know, if you don't believe me, you can test for yourself. It's that has been true forever. There's actually a tooltip that will show you that turrets benefit from cover. That tooltip is a lie. Just like Portal Cake, the tooltip is not true, and you should not listen to it. All right, so those raids are done. I did get a deep drill blown up here. I'm actually not even going to replace that deep drill. I'm just going to start mining the plasteel. And I'll move the plasteel drill up to the gold if I need it. Oh, no, actually, we have still more intruders. I thought the lack of combat music signified that we were done here. This guy only has like a little staff, or yeah, bio-coated staff, so I'm not all that worried about the staff wielder doing significant damage to Bash or Phoenix, but my bad. So he must have cut through a door somewhere. He went up and around and through this door. This door should be closed. That was my mistake. But thanks for letting stuff on fire so I could find you and kill you. And as far as treatment goes, I'm going to get Raptor to wake up a little early and tend. Another thing I also need to do, now that it is deep winter, is fill in all of my chimneys. So let me go ahead and do that, just to insulate a little bit better. And also, because of how cold it is, I don't really need freezers anymore. And let's also flick on most of the heaters that exist in the base. Okay, so we had some medical. All right, JD and Gabe should be set to avoid so they don't see the corpses in that freezer. So I just set that up. All right. Filling in the chimneys so that we have a little bit more insulation. Perfect. And building roofs. Ew, feeding Bash at NPM. Oh well. Let's take a look at the roof. Okay, there's still some roofing left to be built, but it's mostly done. Speaking of the roofing zone, let's add some ignore. I don't need these big swaths of orange. So I don't honestly care about the roofs out here. Okay, Gaby's back to mining. Another change I wanted to make is that the crabs, I want to eat the nutrient paste meals. I want them to be able to consume those meals, so because they're not happy, you know. They're not McDonald's. They're sad meals, and I don't want my guys eating them. All right, now that we're harvesting the hill root, let's replace it with rice. And then once the psychoid comes up, we'll be doing the same with the psychoid. Now that the tailor bench is moved, I can free up a little bit more space for meat. And let's butcher the gorillas because I'll turn them into clothing as well. We do have one turret that got destroyed. I can have JD prioritize this. And Rartrana is going to be set to a basically a full recreation schedule, so that she doesn't suffer any mood penalties. Speaking of mood penalties, yeah, Raptor, please butcher all of these skeletons, because having to stare at them is going to upset everybody. That is one heck of a nasty kill box. I really hope it does rain soon. Okay. Now that I have deadfall traps set up, I can remove this steel wall. Your blood rot, let's tend with real meds. Periodically, we'll have to give her real meds and then back to, you know, not real meds. Just to make sure that she doesn't perish or whatever. Okay, Raptor's doing a really good job chopping up all the reaps. Bash has been resting. I'm going to have Bash butcher the gorillas before I forget to, and before, I don't know, that becomes an issue. Because we can also use the gorilla leather for clothing. So it's a double benefit. Definitely a double benefit. Okay, some of this I'm going to plant rice instead of cotton, just so that I don't have any food shortages. So that would be really, really bad. Raptor has about 3 more skeleton corpses up here, and then all the ones that died down here. These are a little bit trickier to get to because of his temperature tolerance. I don't want him freezing. Ooh, marble. Hey, Gabe, could you go get that marble? Free marble is always a beautiful thing. All right. The eggs are gonna hatch soon. That's pretty cool. And it looks like actually there's a whole bunch of blood spiders that spawned but then got overtaken by the cold. Let's hunt them before they regain consciousness, shall we? I'm also going to be destroying these walls and replacing them with slate. Well, nothing for now, but then slate soon. Hippie, would you be so kind as to light a fire for me? All right, Great, that is one heck of a hippie fire. Thank you, hippie. Switch back to your saw rifle. The avoid zones, I am going to avoid going in here while it burns. There's no need. And then Raptor, I'm gonna have Raptor have these corpses where the Reapers dropped stay close enough for him to get to. All right, there we go. Oh boy, yeah, Raptor, just waltz right on through that terrible tunnel of fire. Sure, whatever. All right, the concept here is I'm going to be filling this in so that I don't get infestation swarms down here. So I'm going to start filling that in with slate. Like this. It's a lot of slate. I think the inside of it can actually be steel, so I'm going to take that back. The outside should be slate so it's not flammable. The inside can be steel because it won't get... You won't be able to set fire to it. You know, raiders would have to then burrow through it to cause fiery damage or whatever. So I think that's probably the way to go. You should be inside. Please don't lose a toe. Please don't lose a toe. Yeah, keep butchering. But then warm back up. I have this forbidden just so I can easily get the last 3 corpses. I want to get rid of all the corpses in the area. Great. All the wildlife is killed off, and the deadfall traps looking glorious. Definitely time to update the home zone. Colonist needs treatment. That's probably Rartrana for her blood rot. Let's see, is that true? Needs tending now. Yep. So, oh, an eclipse. That's okay. I'm pretty reliant on solar power, but not to the point where, you know, I'll get browned out, I don't think. In before I get browned out from that. All right, home zone update. Looking good. Yep, looking real good. I think that's everything. I'm just removing the walls because there's really nothing that we could do to mountain tiles. Raptor's rocking a hypothermia. I'm gonna have to restrict him to inside. He'll do it on his own. He's not gonna go back out until he's warmer. All right, so Hippie is cleaning this up. Not that we really needed to, but it's fine. Once we finish all the deadfall traps, then JD and Bash will start working towards this lovely filling in the infestation corridor. And hey, we have a marriage. JD, you want to attend? He's like, I don't know. All right, we've all convened. This will provide a lovely mood boost. I'm really hoping that Bash gets an inspiration out of this so that I can make an unbelievably good grand meditation throne. That's my fingers crossed right there. So they are now married, and being newlyweds usually makes them pretty happy. Where is he? Where did Bash go? Oh, he's underneath Raptor. Interesting. Way to celebrate your marriage? Oh, no, that's just Raptor's throne. Sorry. If I zoomed out, I would have seen the truth. Well, he's over the moon. Let's hope he gets an inspiration. Everybody else is very happy. And actually, one of the wonderful things is that my guest that I'm ordered to keep happy just attended a wedding. I.e., she'll be happy too. So that's fantastic. Okay, all these traps are getting auto-rearmed. Raptor should be... I believe he's now done with butchering. Yeah, he is now done with butchering. That's great. Let's move the heater to this corner, because it doesn't need to be so adjacent. I wish there was a way in the controls to disable played instruments from triggering a change of music. Oh my god, why aren't you going inside? Well, Hippie's going to be very happy, being newlywed and very in pain due to all of her hypothermia, so... Whoa! Hey now, why did you put a roof there? I don't know. And a bulk goods trader. Awesome. All right. Let's see. Raptor, I'm going to have you wake up and prep for bulk goods trading. I also might want to move all the nutrient paste meals because they... No, I'm not going to sell them. They're probably not worth selling. Yep. Okay, Raptor, let's get you trading. No path? That's a lie. Oh, because you're... No, there is a path. Okay. Human meat. Oh, it's this kind of bulk goods trader. Alrighty then. Well, that's dark. What do I want from you? I could sell you a good duster that's a little worn out. A cloth parka. No. I'm going to keep that parka. What do I really want to trade to you? I don't have much, unfortunately. Yeah, I really don't have much in the way of offerings. Well, there goes an inspired trade. Gotta say it wasn't really worth it, but oh well. I don't think they're gonna want to eat or buy my fowl meat. I don't believe that that really has a trade value, so yeah, we'll just not. All right, I'm gonna have Gabe turn off the plasteel mining. I don't really need much more plasteel at the moment. Now, what I really need to do, it's a huge vulnerability, is I have that southern door wide open. So I need to plug that southern door soon. That involves Bash or JD doing it. I think they're getting it done now. Yeah, it does look like that's what they're working on. Because otherwise, raiders would be able to just waltz right in. And that's in no way secure. Oh, come on now. All right, I'm breaking this so that sappers do take the path of deadfall trap resistance. Bash is constructing the southern border. Raptor is killing himself on hypothermia. And now we have a completed wall on our southern border. So now I'm just going to be filling this in with steel. To prevent insect incursions. And we have Reapers. In separate groups, preparing a while, just like last time actually. Alright, so let's pause a second. We have one group landing down here. There's like 6. And then 6 here and 7 there. Okay, this is a little bit more than last time. All of the people that keep freezing, I'm gonna force them to be inside for a bit. I'm glad I did just finish up this southern wall. So, Lady Nixie, MK10, Paddy Wagon, Caliban, God. Oh, great. God's here to kill me. Pinpoint, Evernath, Klein. Just naming specifically the patrons of mine that have shown up to try to murder me. All right, so Bash, would you be so kind? Gabe, you need to stay away from those guys. So what I'm trying to do right now is just have everyone warm up so that I might be able to do a little fighting. JD is polishing up the old defenses here. I don't know where these guys are going though. So the other issue is, how warm will I be? For how long? Because it is a little dangerous for me to try to fight outdoors. Obviously, the Reapers aren't affected at all by the outdoor temperatures, but I sure as heck am, and I don't want to freeze. Oh, they're already beginning assault. Never mind. I guess I don't have time. So let's analyze their weapons real quick. There is a Grenadier in this group. That's something to note. And I think that's the only grenade present. Alright, let's make sure to repair up all the turrets that took damage from last fight. I don't think any of the auto turrets were damaged. This might be a fight. I don't think it's a fight for Uranium Slug, but I'm going to turn them on anyway. It's better safe than sorry, in my opinion, and Uranium Slugs are fun to watch work. Alright, so Bash and Gabe, I'm going to have you guys come out here. Now, it does look a little weird because I don't have my border wall that I normally have. So I'll work to put this in 28. Okay, I should have enough limestone for that. And then Hippie, Raptor, everybody else, come on out. It is time. So here, as you can see, my sapper trap has worked. None of these guys are sappers, so they are not taking this path here because of this door. It's closed. There's a valid path to get to me. It includes a little bit of a maze, but there's a valid path, and as such, these enemies aren't going to path to me easily. Okay, so I have my guys out for defense. My slug turrets will start firing at about this line. You know, I actually might want to label this. So this is the... Oh, no, that's not the slug line. Good job, me. This is the slug line. Just so that I can visualize it. And then the autocannon turret line is here. And then the mini turret lines are actually a little bit further than the slug line, which is probably not ideal. Moving these mini turrets eventually back one so that they match up with the slugs would be best. So we'll go ahead and do that. So here, as you can see, some of the longer ranged enemies are taking shots on my turrets. I don't want MK10 to drop any grenades, so yeah, perfect. I had everybody focusing on him. As long as we don't travel too far from the slug turrets, they won't hit us. There is a like minimum distance. But I need to hug the turrets, not to be hit by the turrets. All right, taking a look. Wow, this turret is bad. Bad, 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 bad. And try to rescue it by chaos skipping. Let me do a quick turret health checkup. I think that's the only one that was really, really, really bad off. Yeah, the rest are fine. Maybe it got plunked by one of the uranium slugs or something. Okay, this one does not look like it's going to fare well either. I'm going to chaos skip these two enemies. They both happen to, and it's random, but they both happen to go backwards. And then the rest of these mini turrets, I'm going to shut down so that the enemies that are back here proceed forward and closer to my kill line. All right, I think at this point, uranium is no longer required. All right, so these two are damaged. These can turn on, and this can turn on. Whoa. And we're through. Fantastic. And just as we were getting hypothermic. So, yeah, I partially got lucked out there, not suffering any turret losses. We are going to have to rearm quite a bit. And with that in mind, let's go ahead and tap some of the... uranium again. Oh, all the crabs got born. I don't know, maybe in the middle of that fight, maybe not. That's good. That's good news. I'll put some heaters in here. And we'll obviously have, okay, a bruise to the neck. That's not that bad. Scheduling these guys. So the stay close zone, I guess, is okay. But JD, avoid. Bash, avoid. Gabe, avoid. The avoid zone now can fill this back in. So they're just really avoiding going into the corpse freezer. And there's only one body left, and he's decaying, or whatever you want to call it. Now, another quest that I wanted to accept is the Scourge Pods. So I'm going to have to pay attention to that, because there's not too much time left in the Scourge Pods. But the purpose of doing the Scourge Pods will be to get Raptor some additional honor. Okay, I actually think I'm going to put these skeleton corpses here in the slag and skelly. Because it looks like we're looking at them anyway, so I might as well have them hauled so that Raptor can butcher them more easily. Or even to have, let's go do that. So this will be a bash butcher, and that way Raptor doesn't have to become hypothermic butchering the the Reapers. An impressive blueprint. So this is for honor, and we'll accept that as well. It's a bunch of material, but any way to get honor is a good way to get honor. Wow, this is They weren't joking. The heck am I gonna put this? It's massive. Oh my god. I could put it here. Oh, this is so dumb. It doesn't even have floor prints, oddly. I gotta think about this a little bit. Figure out exactly where this can go. Because it is, it's one honking piece of junk. Oh my god. Why? Why is it so big? Guess that's the best place for it. Oddly and sadly. Okay, so everybody else, stay close, stay close, stay close. And Rartrana, you're gonna stay inside. Because I'm worried about you becoming too cold or whatever. Alright, Phoenix, let's nudge these turrets a little bit. Hopefully you'll stay warm enough to do that. It is very, very cold. It's negative 114, so we're in the no joke temperature range now. Yeah, they're getting hypothermic. Just go home. I'm also going to need to update the home zone because these turrets have moved. All of my guys here are like freezing their butts off. Raptor, can you build up your psi focus? I don't really want you to freeze and get hurt. Alright, so if this is the blueprint. God, this is going to be a little obnoxious. We're definitely going to need a lot more steel. I have 700 steel right now, and 600 of it is going to be earmarked for that construction project. So once we finish off the walls of this, my defensive kill box area, we'll get working on the massive nonsense that is the Royal Highness project. Bash, I'm going to require you to do some Reaper butchering so that people's moods don't drop as a result of seeing them. And even Gabe is starting to get a little cold out here. It is just that cold that even with all of his really good insulating clothing, he's rocking a bit of a chill. I guess Angelia fainted at some point. So if we take a look up here, the corpses are now gone. The crabs have eaten them all. So I'm going to keep the crabs out of this hallway. And I'm going to have the crabs focus on eating the nutrient paste until I'm out of nutrient paste. Maverick, you can actually unrestrict hall. And let me make sure that the unrestrict hall looks right. Yes, it does. Keeps the animals away from my, my drugs. And all looks right. Raptor, get inside. Okay, so now that that is built, I bet that Bash or JD will promptly be hauling the monument marker. Yep, here it is. Alright, Raptor, build up your set focus. Just stop going out there. You can get yourself killed. Alright, so JD's hauling the monument marker, and I'm going to have to figure out how to build this nonsense. So I'm going to place blueprints with steel. Some of it, as you can see, because of the piping here. Oh, you know what? Okay. It's going to have to be partially wood. That saddens me tremendously. And then I'm going to need to protect it. Else I run the risk of dropping rep with the United Cities. So I'm not going to protect it all that well. But I'll run some sort of lazy perimeter around it. Like that. And then we'll put a door here. And I'm going to forbid Forbid. Here, let me just go to the forbidden tool. No, it doesn't even work like that. I want to build the wall around it first and then build it. And then Gabe will have you cut this tree. New lovers, Raptor and Rotranka. Oh, come on, really? The new girl who's gonna leave us? And recruit with inspired... bash with an inspired recruit. Not a recruit with an inspired bash. Oh well. Rotranka, I hope you're worth it. So that's about 200 worth of cloth of flooring. We have 225, so we have enough to do that. There's, of course, all of these bugs here that we will start making into meals once my crabs finish off the nutrient paste. And this expires in 2 hours, so let's accept with Raptor. And I'm just going to hope that the mech cluster doesn't land directly on this. Okay, they did not. Lovely. So we have a psychic droner that's active now. There is a ton of unstable power cells that seem like it would be really, really easy to chain explode everything if we fired from up here. Noted. And let me analyze it a little bit more, but we have a countdown timer and proximity timer, so to the avoid zone, I don't even really need to do that, I don't think. I think standing in this spot gives us a shot on these where we don't get return fire. But this is probably something I'm going to do tomorrow morning, even though the droner's already droning and is ruining my mood. Maverick, I'm going to have you go inside. And then actually, let's rename the crab zone. Pets inside. That's far more accurate, because Maverick is not a crab, and we shouldn't accuse him of being one. All right. Now, is anyone going to walk into this? I think... No. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have them just avoid this area. And then if I check their schedules, there's no one that can enter that. Okay, perfect. Now, given the time that's on the clock, probably this mech cluster is going to be a next episode kind of thing, because I've got minutes left. But it's pretty clear that if I shoot these unstable power cells, most of that just sort of crumbles on its own. It's almost worth using a shell, but I'm going to reserve my shells for when I need them, not when I just want to hurl shells at them. All right, taking a look at my turrets. I think that they're all repaired. Yep. They're not all perfectly rearmed yet, but they're all at least repaired. And we'll start mining uranium. So that we can rearm. Phoenix, are you going to get... Oh, yeah, of course you are. Of course you are. Please don't collapse. Get inside before you lose toes. Or fingers. Either would be annoying. So I would also say that it's not likely that Bash gets a construction inspiration. Of course, I could wait for Raptor to level up so that he can learn words of inspiration, but I'm not going to wait that long because I have no idea how long that might be. Hippie, get inside. Your nose is going to fall off. So I'm going to have Bash just complete the giant monument. Well, it's not a monument. The meditation throne. Call it what it is. Okay, we're slowly filling up this tunnel. And it looks like JD is setting up the monument a little bit. Oh, just a door to the monument. Okay. That's awkward. But that is a pretty strange shaped monument, I gotta say. And right at the end here, we have a good meditation throne. So let's uninstall the old one and haul it away. I'm going to be moving some of these items to make room for the throne. And that will be the last thing I do. Bash, you're kind of standing in the way, buddy. Okay. So here is the meditation throne. Unfortunately, it was only good quality. And this bad boy... Well, the trouble is this room is not really laid out to be symmetrical. Oh, man. Is this gonna drive everyone a little nutty? Probably. Probably. All right, I'll put it here. Guess I didn't plan that far ahead, huh? And we have a 2-deep infestation, which is going to be... Wow, a double cliffhanger. Lucky you all, lucky you. Well, if you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. Thank you all so very much for watching. I will catch you next episode where I kill a bunch of bugs and possibly destroy a mech cluster. Adios, everybody.